Hey guys, Zero here. I got another unboxing. I know it's been a little bit, but you know, things happen, life, stuff like that. This is one of the new, I believe one of the new units from, Chaos Army Warhammer 40k. Sorry, just getting this outside packaging off. I picked up some of the newer units, like the HQ, and I also picked up the Chaos half of the Shadow Spear box set. But I wanted to pick up the new Chaos Havocs from Warhammer 40k because I actually never had the original Chaos Havocs. I actually made my own because, you know, the other guys were metal or had metal parts. I really didn't like the look of them, and I just, after when I finally decided, okay, I'm going to get some, they were impossible to find. So I saw these guys come out and I figured, you know what, I might as well pick them up, kind of round out the rest of the Chaos Army. You know, I'm almost done putting that army together. Just a few more units at this point, and I will probably be done with the army as far as collecting and building and stuff like that. You know, then I gotta get into painting and all that stuff. The box is pretty cool. It's got the different colors for some of the Renegade chapters and stuff like that. It's kind of cool. I like that they're focusing more on that now. And it's kind of, you know, I mean, the guys on the cover are based on the Black Legion, you know, Abaddon's Legion, which, you know, the whole Vigilus campaign was based on the Black Legion. But Black Legion are like the Ultramarines of Chaos SPace Marines. They're the, you know, the cookie cutter, generic, you know, maybe one special rule here or there guys, and then you you can paint them however you want to match your chapter or whatever chapter you're building. There's legal stuff. They have some new special rules now also. One thing they changed with the new codex that I kind of didn't like was that it used to be able to create a 10-man Havoc unit, which would be the champion, you know, and 9 other Marines, 4 of which had heavy weapons. The other 5 had, you know, bolt guns and stuff, which was kind of nice, you know, because the bolt guns were like extended hit points for the guys with the heavy weapons. You know what I mean? You weren't just removing a guy with a heavy weapon, you were taking out another guy, you know, so that these would last a little longer. But they did give them the ability to move and shoot without losing any penalties, which is kind of nice. I just don't know if it's as equally valuable as having a 10-man unit. They also changed the base size for these models. For some reason, they put these guys on 40 mil bases rather than 32, which is kind of interesting. I mean, they don't look that much bigger, but I guess they are. So here we have a new decal sheet. Zoom in a little bit for you guys. So you've got some cool Alpha Legion, Iron Warriors, you know, excuse me, Night Lords, Thousand Sons, which is weird that they would have Thousand Sons, Black Legion, word bearers. It's kind of cool though, a little different. I know the last one had like Death Guard and a couple other things in there. I don't really use these. I don't know if people do or don't. I don't judge. I'm just saying I don't. For the Chaos units, I usually don't use these. I might put a couple on now this time though. This time around, we'll see. Here's the instructions. They're brand new, the full color option instructions. What I mean by full color is that, you know, the models are gray, but you see that they have these blues here. That's the part you're adding, and they also have this yellow here. That's the part you're gluing. So it's kind of nice. It gives you that excuse me, the direct way to put the parts together. Now, from what I understand, someone was saying that it doesn't matter which torso you use for which set of arms. They're all the same. Even though here they have torso A, torso B, C, or whatever. I guess it doesn't matter. And then you've got the small set of rules, like usual, in different languages. And then in the back you have your color palettes, which is kind of cool. Black Legion, Alpha Legion, and Iron Warriors. Me personally, I have I want to use Crimson Slaughter, so you know, my guys are going to be red and brass. I just like the look of I like the story behind the Crimson Slaughter and all that stuff. They're just a renegade chapter, but still, it's really cool. The Onslaught Cannon with the backpack, Heavy Bolter, Reaper Auto Cannon, or excuse me, Auto Cannon. Really cool looking weapons. These guys do have kind of a wide stance. I don't know if it justifies putting them on a 40 mil base though. Here we have looks like the missile launcher, las cannon, some special weapons, so flamer, multi-melta, or plasma and multi-melta, and then close combat weapons probably for the champion. Looks like a maul. That's pretty cool. Piece of stuff, stone for them to stand on, I guess. Champions torso probably. I don't know if anybody's interested in this, but I've been thinking about it. I know I do a lot of unboxings, and there's been a lot. I can do, if people are interested in it, I can do model showcases once I'm done with the unboxing. If you guys want, I can either start adding them to these videos at the end of the video, or I could do a separate video showcasing the models after they're built, you know, before I paint them, just to kind of talk about the models and, you know, what, you know, my thought process on how they went together and things like that. If that's something everybody's interested in, please leave a comment in the section, you know, in the comment section below, and I can definitely work on that, because I'm trying to, you know, just make sure I have, you know, some good content for you guys. So here we have another autocannon, another heavy bolter, another las cannon, and another missile launcher. got a lot of extra weapons, which is interesting because I was debating on getting some regular old plastic Chaos guys and creating another Havoc squad. Only because why let those weapons go to waste, you know? And that way you can switch out which guys you use against which armies, you know. So here I have, really quickly, I want to show you guys. This is the Space Marine from the Chaos Space Marines from Shadow Spear. But this is the one with the autocannon. He's on a regular 32 mil base. He's got a little backpack with the extra drums on there, because his autocannon has a drum. It doesn't have like a belt or anything. And it's pretty cool. And here is one of my original Havocs, because, like I said, I couldn't get the originals. So I got Forge World autocannons, and they came with like a belt, a backpack attachment. You just put at the bottom of the back power pack. But this is what I had to build just so I could have some Havocs, you know. And I don't need like 3 or 4 squads of Havocs, you know. But I figure if I have enough models to use as Havocs, like I said, I can switch them out depending on the army that I'm fighting. You know, if you're fighting Orcs or Imperial Guard, or, you know, or Eldar, you could use, you know, heavy bolters and autocannons, maybe even missile launchers. And if you're fighting Space Marines or, you know, Tau or Necrons, you could throw in the Onslaught cannon or the Las cannons, you know, and the missile launchers. Just because, you know, those weapons are better geared towards that. Never liked the idea of having a box of guys, or, you know, a set of guys with heavy weapons that only had, you know, the range that you're using a heavy bolter at is nowhere near the range that you're going to use a las cannon at, you know. So it's just either using one and the other's not being used, or vice versa, you know. So if you're at long range, las cannon and missile launchers are going to be awesome, you know, because you're going to be able to hit anything across the table. But if you're at close range, you're going to want to use your heavy bolters, and, you know, you still could use the others. But if you're at long range, which is what you want heavy weapon guys at, those short range heavy weapons aren't really that useful. You know, they say, oh, when, you know, the guys get closer, when they're about to assault. If they're that close, they're getting in there. It doesn't matter how many heavy bolters you have. You know, it's silly to wait rounds not using a guy, or having him walk around with the squad not being used, just to wait for that opportunity, that one shot to take a close range shot. That you might as well be able to kit them out how you feel you would use them against what armies you're using them as, or against, sorry. But there you go. That's the new Warhammer 40k Chaos Space Marines Havocs from the new 2nd edition Chaos Codex, with the Baroque style armor, Baroque style armor from the Dark Vengeance kits. Way back in the day, the box that they put out, you know, they got that same style armor, real ornate looking, you know. So it's pretty cool. It looks like it'll fit in well. Maybe not with these old dudes so much, you know, but you know, I'm not throwing those guys out. I'm going to keep them using. That's what they're for. I just have to deal with the fact that some of my guys look really cool and new. Some of them look old and janky. It is what it is, right? That's all all powerful course, which is why I have an apocalypse-sized Chaos army. But anyway, that's my unboxing. I appreciate you guys watching. Like, share, comment. Let's have a chat about Chaos Havocs, or anything Chaos you guys want to talk about. Alright guys, thanks for watching.